There's a law everyone is breaking, and no authority in no jurisdiction in all the land gives a fuck. I honestly think the law of the vacuum is the most underrated principle in all of the woo-woo space, and you're sleeping on it because you don't understand the physics of why, mathematically speaking, it can change your life. I'm going to do justice to all my haters and make this a 3-part video because I want you to have a really actionable takeaway from this. So make sure you save this one and drop a follow for parts 2 and 3. So the universe hates a vacuum. Nature has a horror vacui, which basically means like an empty space. So in physics, a vacuum creates a pressure gradient. Think of it like a seesaw stuck on one side. The universe is obsessed with balance. This is entropy. When you create a space with zero pressure, the vacuum, the higher pressure on the outside must move towards the lower pressure to create equilibrium. So it's not a wish, it's a mechanical obligation. Now you're like, Joanne, that's great. How on earth does that apply to? And I'm so glad you asked. When your life is stuffed with old habits, clutter, and worse than worse, special occasion stuff, you are at high pressure. You are stable, so there's no reason for the universe to move anything towards you because you are already balanced. By evacuating the old, you create a low pressure zone. You literally force the environment to rush in and fill the gap. Yes, we can apply this to tangible stuff, but I want to talk about how it applies to your mindset. You can't just eradicate a negative thought pattern and then leave it there. If you don't intentionally replace it, the surrounding mental atmosphere, so your old patterns, environmental triggers, they're going to rush back in and fill that void. You're going to end up with the same weeds growing in the same dirt. You have to evacuate the limiting belief and immediately occupy that space with a high voltage command. Alright, in part 2, I want to talk about how this ties into something called the Casimir effect, so make sure you drop a follow and I will see you there.